to talk about the change in the moon. Right now, the moon is in Aquarius. The moon is about changing tides, is about emotion, is about where you always are, but you don't always get to see. And right now, with it being in Aquarius, this is very much pouring salt in the wound. Will it help? I don't know. Maybe it'll keep it clean. But what are you actually doing? Are you resolving the situation, or are you trying to bury it? Are you trying to drown it? Aquarius is an air sign. Don't get confused. Air signs are very direct, and you don't have to be warm and inviting to be magnetic. And some people get kind of trapped in that orbit a lot, and that's very easy to do, especially since Aquarius is the sign of the people. And so we want to be the people, right? Like, people are fine, persons or people are annoying and persons are fine, whatever. There's a disconnect in Aquarius that thinks that the group actually represents the individual. And that's not always the case. Sometimes it is, and sometimes that's really helpful. But what I feel that the moon is highlighting right now is what's yours. What is your contribution? What is your ability? What are you bringing? What are you capable of? What can't they take away from you? What are your ideas? What is your heart? What will you never get to lose? I read something about Holocaust survivors, and that the majority of the survivors survived because they believed that life had some kind of meaning. And that's what kept them going. What is your meaning? Trust me, I'm absolutely in a place right now where nothing matters and everyone dies and we're just specks in this great big whatever. On the other hand, in my deepest of beliefs, what your ascendant means is that the moment that you came to on this planet, whatever you were looking at, you affect everything else in this universe. Okay? Your view of the world, your ability to view the world and interact with it is what could change everything. Just by the simple fact that we can walk on the moon, that we have gotten to the moon, that we are sending everything, all of the satellites and probes and whatever, we can affect. So what matters then becomes the question. And we are exploring all of the angles of that. Not only is the sun in Gemini, which trines the moon, but Mercury is also in Gemini. Mercury rules Gemini. I've mentioned before, Mercury is the messenger god. What is the message? What do you need to learn? And don't shoot the messenger. It's not their fault. Doesn't matter anyway. Mercury can go between worlds. So this is a time when it's all gonna come out. Some people air their dirty laundry, other people beat their rugs. It's probably getting to a rug beating time for some people. And that's going to be really rough. Are you this is like Saw. If you're willing to cut open the person next to you, you might get out of here fine. Here's the thing. A bunch of us got cut. So now what? So you still have to survive. You still did survive. It's not revenge. Justice. Those are different. Let the grieving be over before you react to it. Before you go make the next logical steps, grieve. You're allowed. Jupiter's in Scorpio. It's all grief. Anger, denial, bargaining, acceptance. You still have Venus in Cancer. You still are tender. I did a tarot reading for myself the other day, and I like to describe your base card as your lizard brain, but your lizard brain at my base card, at the very worst quality about myself was the Ace of Cups. And how I interpreted that with the rest of the reading was really sad. Because in my lizard brain, I just want to play with my toys with you. And that you don't want to play with me hurts. There's your Venus in Cancer. I want the things, but I don't want to have to give the things. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to be hurt anymore. And Venus in Cancer too is about beauty, is about art, is about finding that soul place that your art lives in. Channel it. Because also Cancer and Venus means that everything you say is not going to be taken back. You're going to mean it, and it's going to hurt. But is it something you need to hear from that messenger? Or are you just leaving people with bad impressions? Are you leaving with good impressions? What if, I like saying sometimes it kind of puts it in perspective for me. The last person that you saw is the last person to see you alive. What will they tell the cops? What are you doing? Do the ends justify the means? That is our... So Scorpio, like I said, still in retrograde. Jupiter in Scorpio is still in retrograde. Saturn in Capricorn, still in retrograde. Pluto in Capricorn, still in retrograde. So do the ends justify the means? If you did cut your neighbor open to get that key so that you would survive, what do you do now? All right, you've earned it. You're here. Now what? I don't know. Uranus and Taurus. Oh well, actually, I haven't covered Mars yet. Mars is still in Aquarius, which is now trine the moon. Mars and the moon. This is... Did you see those people that stole a house brick by brick? An entire house? They just wheeled up their wheelbarrow, took a couple of bricks, wheeled the barrel away. Wheeled it up to the house, took a couple of bricks, wheeled the barrel away. Mars and the moon in Aquarius is exactly that. It's dismantling of what has always been the structure, right? Aquarius is the fight for the people sign, is the protest sign, right? But when I say taking apart the house, I mean Uranus is in Taurus. The planet of surprise is in the sign of house and home. And with the moon and Mars, it's like the pathway to home doesn't exist anymore. I made some Sondheim references in the last video, but it kind of occurred to me last night that with Into the Woods at the very end, yeah, they killed the giant. They have to make a new home. Uranus in Taurus is not going to let there be a new home for a while. This is the challenge, and what is the reward is what is yours, what do you get to keep, and then what can you build on. Whatever it is that they can't take away from you is what you can build on. That's your Geminis, that's your Aquarius, that's your air signs, right? It's what lives in here. You still have your soul. Is empty as it seems sometimes. Don't forget that you will have to dump the cup, to wash the cup, to get something fresh to nourish you. Sometimes it's stagnant. Sometimes you shouldn't be drinking the flat beer from the night before, and you deserve a new beer. How long have you been drinking that shitty beer in the morning just to finish it? You don't have to do things just to finish them, because you've been doing things to just finish them. Do something you believe in and actually believe in it. Because if you don't believe in this, ooh, buddy, things are going to get bad. Things are going to get real bad. But stick by what you believe in, because it's the thing that you can build your foundation on. yeah, I think that covers everybody. Let's talk a little bit about conjunctions and trines and whatnot. Gemini is an Aquarius trine. Pisces and Scorpio trine. Capricorn is conjunct. Gemini is conjunct. Venus opposes Saturn and Pluto. Those things that are deep in your heart, that are yours to build from. How do you make them tangible? It's not about love as shown by gift giving, but it's the product of love. It's the product of, well, that sounds like conception. Which, hey, maybe I predicted babies being born in the last video, and 3 of you that I personally know popped out, 1 or several. Some of you several. So, congratulations. But also, okay, so in order to be able to make it work, you have to give it away again. And it sucks. In order to if you speak the truth of your heart, you will get the opportunity. If you do not speak the truth of your heart, if you're trying to be deceptive just to be deceptive, this is not going to work for you. The ends must justify the means. A lot of these planets are in early stages too. Even the ones that are going retrograde. Well, Saturn, that makes sense. Everyone deserves to die, but everyone's gonna. That's not a question. Don't you want to find out how you get there? And if that's the case, if you know, then it's coming. Leave them laughing when you go. Don't leave them on a bad impression. Don't let them think. Just, if you've got nothing nice to say, walk away. Or if you do have nothing nice to say and you need to say it, I hope they're listening. It's going to be a tough one. Because what they're listening, like, you can't take it back either. This is going to affect every single thing that you do. Your home, your life, your heart, your soul. Those things that matter, whatever you call those, whatever is that foundation, there's no choice but to rebuild. It's how you do it. What are you building your foundation with? What are you stacking on top of it? Hell, maybe for some of you, it's not so much that you need foundation or home. Like, I use the metaphor, Dorothy didn't need a home. Dorothy needed transportation. Walk away, go to the beach. And if that's the last thing you say is I'm going to the beach, then let it be I'm going to the beach. Don't get away with it. Don't let anybody get away with it. Stick up for yourself. But you can do it in a way that builds. It's time to build. Let's go. As always, you can message me for various readings: tarot, astrology charts, Reiki, hypnosis, and handwriting analysis. Prices may vary depending on the workload. Happy to talk to you about it and also give you references. Have a good one.